And we are back. Back with the NBA. You got a lot of explaining to do, J.A., my man.
Take a quick break.
Take a quick break to collect your thoughts. What happened in the Eastern Conference Finals? You said the Celtics. You said Jimmy Butler gonna think he's better than he is. You told me that Bam Adebayo won't be a factor in this series, and both of those men were big factors. I'll probably give Bam the man of the series if that's such a thing. What say you?
So just let me get close to the mic and let me explain myself.
Explain.
I reviewed the series. I looked at the numbers. I'm disappointed in the Celtics. Basically, none of the Heat players really performed outside of their... they even performed worse than the averages. I looked at it. Outside of Tyler Hero's out-of-body performance, like 36-7-pointer performance. Bam's performance in Game 6 was exceptional. But outside of that, I can't really think...
Do you put down? Bam.
32, 14,
5. Yep. 73% field goal. 91% from the free throw line. I mean, what else do you want? But you said this guy won't be a factor.
Can I talk now? Because you gave me the floor.
Karen.
So the Heat didn't really perform above their shooting averages. Everything was a wash. And if you look down to it, you'd say that the Celtics have the better players. If I was to pick the first pick between the two teams, it'll be Jason Tatum. What happened is Tatum in the first quarters, I just don't know. I just don't know what happened to Tatum. He went ghosty. I can't vouch for Dons that just can't go to the rack and get some points. Unless Bam is that much a defensive presence that Dons can't score at the rim, which I know that wasn't true because in Game 5, the Celtics actually abused Bam. It was very poor. But I just have to say the Heat's a better team. The Celtics not winning the Game 1 and Game 2 when they had clear, decisive leads, so they were like 15 points up. It cost them. Gordon Hayward, aside from his first game back, it was basically a lamppost. It was literally not there. I don't know why he came back to the bubble. So they just gone and seen his child's first birth, and hopefully he gets traded to Indiana and we can get Oladipo. That'll be a good addition to the team.
That'll be a great addition.
I heard that.
Actually, like him.
I heard Hayward has got family in Indiana, so getting Oladipo would be a good addition.
Oladipo, Tatum, Brown,
Let's trade this. Kemba. Disappointing. It was a really disappointing first playoff run for Kemba. He kept on getting in foul trouble, which I didn't really expect from my point guard.
Everyone can see on the screen.
Yeah, you should just go missing. That's what Kemba needs to do. Let the man score because you can outscore them. Punish them on their defensive end, so you don't have to go through all of this. Brad Stevens is thoroughly outcoached. Absolutely outcoached by Spoelstra. Could have not handled that zone where they put the bigs at the front and they were just hiding guys like Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero in the corners. And then I just couldn't believe it. But Bam, what performance!
I have to make an apology to Bam.
I want to say this to Bam. I'm deeply confused by your performances in this playoffs, and I'm gonna apologise. Well played, Bam. Well played. Now do it against AD. No, just do it against AD. The bomb. We got guys to throw at him. We got guys to throw at him. We got Crowder. We got Iguodala. Iguodala's done it before. We stifled this man. Yeah. Butler as well. Yeah. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler. You need to thank your lucky stars. Yeah, because you were awful in this series. Absolutely awful in this series. Didn't perform anywhere like he did in the series before. And I'm watching you. You're a big punk. Yeah? You're a massive punk, Jimmy Butler. Last one. All that bravado, but yet no substance, yeah? You're lucky your boys came through for you. That's what I got to say.
Emotional. Very, very emotional. What's his name? Bam. He did stop guys from getting to the rim in the last series against the Bucks, so I don't know where that point came from. And one thing I would say, Eric Spoelstra, great coach. You know, it's funny how people try to make the narrative or try to run a narrative that LeBron's never had a great coach. He's had one, and it's Eric Spoelstra.
He didn't have the credibility.
Doesn't matter. Did Pop have the credibility before he took on Tim Duncan?
He was GM.
Did he have credibility as a coach? Nope.
That's not true. That's true. That's true. That's true. I believe that.
What's his name? Did Phil Jackson have the credibility before he took on Jordan? Nope. Those guys made him into that, and LeBron made Eric Spoelstra into that. And as by the time Eric Spoelstra...
So you're saying LeBron made him?
Not necessarily made him, but he had a great coach. He's had a great coach to play with.
I think both of them were developing. Spoelstra hadn't hit his peak, so I can't say generally at that time that he was a great coach.
He's had a talent
because he was still players had to buy into.
Hey, people try to look Jordan down through the mouth for saying he's only played Phil Jackson. He's the best coach of all time. When Phil Jackson came to Jordan, Phil Jackson wasn't nobody. As a coach, same with Popovich.
See, you're a historian. There was someone else on that staff that had credibility that they picked in.
What's his name again? I can't remember his name.
Is it like Hank?
How Jackson got the job?
It's like his name's Hank something.
I can't remember his name.
Don.
He worked in like the on the TV on like the film part. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, and he's the one that made the triangle offense. So.
Yeah, he did. So those guys.
I know you're talking about Jerry Krause is the guy that got him. Phil Jackson. Jerry Krause is.
I was thinking of the man.
But anyways, I digress. Tatum, he's not ready. He proved. I mean, he shot 42% from the field. Not terrible. But 3 points for 26% is terrible. If he shot 33%, if we win this series, and 33% for a good shooter is even below average. Brown, he done pretty well. 23, 7, 3, 1.5 steals, not too bad. Field goal 56%, he showed up. 3-point 53%, he showed up. I remember he still disregard Brown, but he showed up.
Brown's a ghost.
Well, he showed up.
Is Brown?
Hey, I'll let you talk, big man. It's my time to talk. Hierro, 37 points in Game 5. What a guy. 67% from the field, 14 out of 21, 3-point 50%, 5 out of 10. He really did show up. He's that guy. I mean, if the Lakers don't, key on him, he could be a real problem in this series. For the series in the finals, obviously coming, I expect, even though they might do their funky zone, and obviously Spoelstra and Riley, they want to get one over LeBron. They know LeBron inside out, but it works both ways. And LeBron, he will find a way to play Hierro and Duncan Robinson off the courts. He'll find a way. He always does. And the Bam AD matchup is massive. I can see Bam causing AD some problems somewhat. If AD rebounds like he did in the last series, that'll be an issue. He only averaged like 6 rebounds, which LeBron averaged more rebounds than him. They got bodies for LeBron, yes. They've got Jay Crowder, they've got Iguodala, they've got Derrick Jones, who I feel should get more minutes. They got they got Jimmy Butler. So it'll be very interesting. I've seen this series could potentially go in 6 games. I mean, we'll see what they have to offer. But it's good that you've paid your dues to Bam Adebayo. What a guy. And Jimmy Butler, he shot 11% from the 3-point line. If he does that this series, they're going home. But we'll see. There's no question. Can AD potentially take the finals MVP from LeBron?
The way the series is matched up, yes, he could, because I think AD is the biggest factor in the series. He's the biggest factor in the series just due to the fact that if he wins his battle with Bam, they win the series. Because Bam's going to be the primary defender on AD. They have no one else that can guard him. Like, with LeBron, they have guys that can throw at him. It's AD has to impose his will.
If AD manages to take Bam away from the rim with his 3-point shooting,
AD can't shoot threes like that. I don't trust him.
It doesn't have to be a knockdown shoot. Just take him away-ish. Like, he shot, what did he shoot? He shot, what did he shoot? He shot 33%. He could shoot around that. Keep Bam honest, and it gives LeBron that route to the basket. We'll see. But just to finish, what does a 4th ring do for LeBron's legacy? Just in the future as well.
Just to quickly say, it does help him. It firmly established him as number 2 in the GOAT race. I don't really think, even if he won 6 rings, I don't think we could really say he'll be the GOAT just for the fact that he's lost so much. Like 6, what's his record? 3-6 in finals?
Yeah, after 6-6.
Yeah, and that still doesn't sound great. So
if he gets 6, he'll be the GOAT. Especially if he gets 6 MVP.
Obviously,
I think
we have to say. I think if he wins this, he's at 4.5, maybe 5 rings because of that double ring with the Cleveland. But yeah,
it's the bubble one or double one, or not? Actually, if they faced the Clippers, it would have been a double one, because they didn't.
Is it a double one? It's the hardest championship probably ever, so I'll give them credit. Anyways, thank you for listening to a 2-man game with our guest,
Danny Boy Edwards.
Thanks for having me, boys. Cheers.
Right.